Good morning. This meeting is called to order. For the record, the time is 1:30 p.m. The date is September 23, 2025. The commission and staff are appearing from Helena, Montana in the Bollinger Room of the Montana Public Service Commission. I am Brad Molnar. I am the presiding chairman for this meeting. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of the Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Okay, for the record, the following commissioners are present. We have Commissioner Wellborn, Commissioner Panucci, Commissioner Fielder, and Commissioner Bukacek, all in person. So we have 3 of 5. We have a quorum. The Public Service Commission welcomes any comment on any item that is on today's agenda or any matter that is within the jurisdiction of the Montana PSC. Are there any public commenters in the room? Seeing none. Are there any public commenters online? There are none. So, are there any announcements or any changes to the agenda or any expected late arrivals or departures? There are none of those. Are there any announcements or changes to the agenda? Seeing none. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Seeing none.
Mr. President,
Hmm?
I move adoption of the minutes for the business meeting on September 2nd, or the week of September 2nd, 2025.
We have a motion for approval of the minutes. Yeah. Okay. Well, you got to give me that when you're giving. Are there any corrections to the minutes that somebody would like to make at this time? Seeing none. All those in favor of acceptance of the minutes will say aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, same sign. Carries 5-0.
Mr. President,
Hmm?
I will also move approval of the confidential litigation status update minutes for September 2nd, 2025.
You heard the motion. Are there any corrections? Seeing none. We have a motion. We have a second. Those in favor of acceptance of the confidential work session minutes, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Carries 5-0. I'm thinking all we have left is approval of the confidential litigation status. Oh, we did that. Approval of the out-of-cycle work session minutes for September 3rd.
Mr. President, I move approval of the out-of-cycle work session minutes for September 3rd, 2025.
We have a motion for the acceptance for the out-of-cycle work session minutes, September 3rd, 2025. Do I hear a second? Is there any discussion? Seeing none. Would anybody like to make a change? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. 5-0. Item number 1, 2025.09.066 Montana Dakota Utilities rate tracker 88 interim rates to consider approving Montana MDU's rate 88 case on an interim basis. We have staff approaching. Who is going to be the lead person? Grant.
Thank you, President Molnar and Commissioners. My name is Grant Fink. I am a rate analyst here at the Commission. With me today is Teresa Omens. She is a staff attorney. As you mentioned, this is docket 2025.09.066, Montana Dakota's annual application to implement a gas cost tracking adjustment change pursuant to the terms of its rate 88 tariff. Before you today is an interim order. MDU submitted its application on September 8th. Included in its application are proposed adjustments to its current gas cost, unreflected fuel costs, and deferred Montana Consumer Council and Commission taxes. The cumulative effect of these changes results in a 40-cent per decatherm rate increase for residential and general service customers, a $2.44 per decatherm rate increase for optional seasonal customers, a 21 cent per decatherm rate decrease for contracted demand customers, and a 14 cent per decatherm rate decrease for small and large interruptible customers. Staff will continue to review and analyze MDU's application more as the regulatory process continues. Any party wishing to intervene will have the opportunity, with the intervention deadline being tomorrow, September 25th. With that, staff recommends MDU's proposed tracking adjustments and resulting rate changes be approved on an interim basis on and after October 1st, 2025. Mr. President, we are available for questions.
I'm looking for questions. Are there any questions from commissioners? I have one. I don't hear that well. There was one group that went up, and that was the first one. Who is in that group?
President Molnar, it was the optional seasonal customers.
Would that be like a cabin in the mountains or just what?
So with MDU, there's a customer class, optional seasonal. There are roughly approximately 6 to 7 customers that I recall, and that rate changes during the winter months. It also changes back to a lower rate during the springtime when the summer months start to come around.
Probably a good reason for that. Almost everything else is levelized. Why are they not? I mean,
President
6 or 7 people, I can't go to the ends of the earth for this, but I'm interested.
Yeah, President Molnar, commissioners, the optional seasonal customers, they use very little decatherms or gas throughout the winter months and even the summer months. And so even though here we see a larger increase, the effect on them is not as much as it seems.
Okay, thank you for that. Are there any further questions or comments from commission? Anything else you would like to add?
No, Mr. President.
Okay, do I hear a motion? Nobody cares. We are adjourned. Commissioner Panucci.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will make a motion to support staff recommendations.
We have a motion to support staff recommendation on 2025 or 0.09.066. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion, Mr.
We have a
President.
motion. We have a second. You heard the motion. Is there any discussion?
A little bit, Mr.
Sure.
President. Just noting that we've had this before during my tenure here, and those seasonal customers, I think they have the opportunity to disconnect or turn off their service. So they're not paying year round. So they have a higher rate during peak seasons when they're using that energy, I believe. I'm not asking a question of staff. I'm just saying that's what I recall from our prior work on this. But I would also note that these interim rate changes have to be based upon consistent standards appropriate for the nature of the case that's pending before us. And this cost tracking mechanism, this rate 88 schedule, goes back to 1997. So this has been a standard practice at the agency to allow utilities to essentially recover their actual costs for the fuel services. And it's always nice when we see the cost of those commodities decrease, and that gets reflected on customer bills. And that's the case here today with 3 out of the 4 different customer groups. But there are times when, because of those commodity prices increase, that we also likewise are legally bound to allow those costs to be passed on to the customer as well. So it goes both ways, and it's always more fun to vote in favor of a cost decrease. Of course, I think everyone would appreciate that, and happy to support the motion today. But just noting that it's not always such an easy decision for the commission, because those costs of services and of the commodities do fluctuate. Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner, thank you for the perspective and historical clarifications on that. Are there any other comments or questions on this issue? We have a motion. We have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
And those opposed say same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Okay, I'm not aware of any upcoming special meetings or special PSC events. Is there anything I'm missing there? So I have nothing to announce. The date of the next business meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, September 30, 2025. Seeing no further business to come before the commission. For the record, the time is 1:40 p.m. and the date is September 23rd, 2025. This meeting is adjourned.